Hi people, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Thursday the 13th of January 2022. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to use the Tarot of the Water for today's reading. This is an unusual deck. It's a global art collaboration, so each card is done by a different artist. So if you're looking for cohesion in your deck, or if you're new to the tarot, I wouldn't recommend this because I might be wrong. This kind of thing throws me personally because the art is so dominant. It kind of takes away from the cards a little bit, I feel. But yeah, if you want a bit of variety in your deck, this is a good one to look at. I had a similar one to this called the Tattoo Tarot ages ago. But I don't know what happened to that deck, and I don't really miss it too much. It was a bit much, that deck. Okay. Let's see what these cards have to say about Thursday and what's coming up for you. So let's see. First card is the Devil. We had that recently as well. So don't sweat the details too much. That's the first message. Temperance. Yeah, let go of the difficulties and detox and cleanse yourself instead of becoming more obsessive about the things that you have to do and you feel like you have no choice and you're trapped and stuck. So you're able to kind of cleanse that away. And then finally, we've got the Four of Wands, and that cleansing process means you can have a great day celebrating, spending time with friends, taking the dog for a walk on the beach, and having a great positive time. But you have to do a little bit of work to get there, because the Devil card is going to encourage you to really stress out. So here we've got a super scary card. We've got we've got a squid, like octopus thing. Oh, and then this guy is sitting on top of it. I didn't even see that. I thought it was one being. And then we've got these people on their phones, and the tentacles are wrapping around. So basically the Devil card says that your circumstances, you've lost perspective and you're taking them too seriously, and they're starting to run you, not the other way around. So you've lost control of the work schedule, the personal schedule, and you're just going through the motions and you're constantly playing catch up. I think this is a statement about, people being obsessed with their phones and not noticing something drastic happening because they're so absorbed into it. So same difference, really. If you're obsessing about anything in particular, look at that for a moment, step back from it and say, is this really as life and death as I'm making it out to be? Because the odds are that you're taking things way too seriously. The stakes are really high for no reason, and it's important for you to check in with yourself, to do an inventory of the things you've got going on, and to clearly look at whether these things, are as significant as it feels. So the Devil card I would associate with the planet Saturn in astrology, because it's about the rules and things that make you feel stuck and trapped. How many people do you know who are in relationships that no longer work because of the children or the financial security, or they're in jobs that they dislike because of the benefits and because they've already invested 20 years, so why start over now? It's that kind of thing. It's that sense in life that you've taken a certain path, it's not worked out, and you're in that limbo phase between realizing that this isn't going to happen and the acceptance of that, and then moving forward and saying, I'm going to try something new, and I am free to try something new. So make sure that you have a word with yourself and say, I am not a slave to my circumstances. I'm free to choose. It's my life, and nothing is so important that I'm going to miss these events in my life taking a place. Temperance is usually an angel dipping its toe into the water, and then a path opens up and it leads to this place of enlightenment. Temperance is more like what's the word? If you take a concept and you put it into a person, might be an allegory? Allegory? Correct me if I'm wrong there. But temperance is represented by this woman. She's got a seashell and she's creating magic between the two. So she's kind of responsible for dreamscapes and these beautiful clothes here, very, very dreamlike. The whole thing is very fuzzy and beautiful, and it seems very, like a fantasy. So I think that's the thing that's going to save you from feeling overwhelmed and like you have so much on your plate that you can't cope, is using your imagination and seeing yourself as you would like to be and imagining your life in an idealized way, and really just taking a moment to daydream, because that's going to be the inspiration then. If you just close your eyes for a moment and you sit back, like maybe you sit on the balcony or the porch or something, or on the bed, and you're just like, okay, where does my mind want to take me? And you approach it as a kind of happy little mini vacation, and maybe a little horse and carriage draws up one of the gates of your mind and then flies you off to some other universe, and there you can observe your life as it could be, as you want it to be. And that can be super inspiring. You know, if that's how you get your messages, try that. If you're someone who's visual, then flip through a magazine or read a book or something to fire up your imagination. And it may seem frivolous to daydream and to say, well, what could be? But the card is saying it really, really isn't frivolous on this day, because that information is going to motivate you to the extent that you can tip the scales, the seesaw, which currently is stuck on I'm overworked mode, and you can tilt it by saying, well, I have dreams for the future and for myself. I'm going to focus on those. That's going to release the grip of the devil card. You'll feel freer. You'll feel like you can choose again, and you can move into a direction that feels more positive on this day. So I would suggest that definitely you lighten the load, and if you've got so much on, then that you prioritize and you try not to do everything all at once. Ultimately, this is the best outcome, the Four of Wands. It's a celebration. You can see the two women dancing on this boat here, the dog's having a good time, everyone's happy. And the Four of Wands really is about celebrating your successes, and they can be big or small. So I was really stressed in the morning. Then I looked at how important all of these things actually are. I kind of moved things around a little bit, and now I get to spend the afternoon with my girlfriend, who I haven't seen for 2 years. Or, you know, it could be something big, as in I felt completely stuck in this job I've been in for 10 years. I gave myself permission to dream and to see my life as it could be. And because of that, I now have a new plan that I'm going to start to implement today or tomorrow or next week. I'm going to send off an application, maybe retrain, or I'm going to remember how I was before I got into this relationship. It's a remembrance of this energy that exists in you. So everyone has this woman dancing around in their heads, and she's kind of the archetypal energy that's responsible for giving you these mental exits. If a situation becomes so oppressive, there may not be an exit in the real world. You have to stay stuck in it. But your mind always gives you another choice, and your imagination always says, this doesn't define you. You can always move on and live a different dream, a different experience. So this is hope, I would say, in this deck. Love it. Hope and fantasy and dreams free you and liberate you and allow you to make the most of the day's energy. And it's not just frivolous. So daydreaming leads to concrete knowledge about the self and what you want to do, and it gives you a sense of freedom. So you can get unstuck here. Lovely. Number-wise, we've got 15, and 14 is 29, and 4 is 33. 33 technically in numerology isn't a master number. 11 and 22 are, but I mean 33 I feel is just as powerful. And 33 3 in itself is communication in the mind and perspective, but 33 is like the ascended masters. It's like you're getting some help. Someone's whispering to you, the muses are whispering in your ear, and they're inspiring you. And it's interesting that I talked about this card earlier as the personification of a particular type of energy, which is what the gods were as well, right? Venus, the goddess of love, and Mars, the god of war. And this, I feel, is the goddess of fantasy and dreams and hope, and she's working with you today to free you from circumstances which you may feel powerless over because you've been stuck for so long. You get that power back, and you're really presented with a vision of which exit you can take. So this is amazing. Some higher beings, your higher self, your guides, your angels, they're taking an interest in you today, particularly if you do feel stuck in an area of your life. Make sure you get unstuck. So I hope you have a great day. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on book your reading to audio reading with me. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share the video online. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.